All right, here I am back in the shop today. Got a new product in here to take a look at. It's another California compliance product for people who own AR-15s and are looking for a different way of avoiding registration for their bullet button equipped rifles. So the way the law is written, in order for a rifle to be considered an assault rifle, it has either a detachable magazine in a pistol grip or a bullet button equipped magazine and a pistol grip. So there's a couple of ways, potential ways to get around that. We've looked at one of them already. I looked at the AR mag lock a while back, which in order to release the magazine, you have to open the upper receiver, which is the way the law is written. It says the magazine has to be, or in order to remove the magazine, the receiver has to be disassembled. So opening the upper receiver on an AR-15, at least in my mind, constitutes disassembling the receiver. So the folks from Franklin Armory got a hold of me the other day and asked me if I wanted to take a look at a new product of theirs and any new ways of getting around this latest California assault weapon ban. I'm always up for. So what they sent me is two parts. It's what they refer to as it's the DFM magazine. I'm not sure what the DFM stands for. It looks like a standard 10-round magazine. It's a steel mag, one of the Franklin Armory magazines. But on the back side of it, there are two little tabs up here at the very top. And what those do is those prevent the magazine from going through the receiver. I'll get into that a little bit more. But what happens is you have to open the receiver and this magazine has to be inserted from the top. It cannot come out the bottom of the magazine well. Those two tabs prevent it from coming out the bottom. So with that in place, or with that in mind, you can't just drop the magazine in from the top on a normal, on a standard AR, because the bolt catch has a little tab that sticks out that normally would ride on top of the follower in the magazine. Follower comes up, pushes that little tab on the bolt catch, which lifts the bolt catch, causing the bolt to lock open on an empty mag. So in order to make these magazines work in your AR-15, you need a new bolt catch. And they sent me their new bolt catch that goes along with their DFM magazines. Let me take a look at the invoice here real quick. They refer to this as their DFM bolt catch. If you're wondering what prices are, the magazine lists for $18.49, and the new bolt catch lists for $14.99. I'm assuming, looking at this bolt catch, if you wanted to, you could. There's a couple ways you could do this. Well, let's get into the installation here first, and then I'll start talking about some of the other things. So anyway, Franklin Armory's DFM bolt catch and Franklin Armory's DFM magazine. Combined the two together, this is another method for avoiding registering your bullet button equipped AR-15s. So let's get to the installation and we'll talk about that a little more in depth as we go through it. All right, so here we are. This is one of my, well, a couple different rifles I pieced together for this. This is an upper off of one of my featureless rifles, and this is the lower that that I had previously installed the AR mag lock in. So first off, let's remove the upper here, get it out of the way. This rifle's already been cleared, so I know it's no rounds in it. And when I removed the AR mag lock, there's currently no magazine release in this gun, so I'm gonna have to reinstall one here real quick. But let me show you this. Here's a standard bolt catch in this rifle. Here's the DFM magazine. First of all, it will not insert from the bottom of the mag well because of those two tabs. I also cannot insert it from the top of the mag well because of this protrusion on the back of the bolt catch, which is what causes the bolt to lock open when the follower in the magazine pushes up on it. So in order to install this magazine in this rifle, first thing I'm going to have to do is remove the standard bolt catch. This is a standard bolt catch. It has a mag pull bad lever on it. But let me get this magazine, or this bolt catch, out of the way here real quick. Nope, that was a takedown pin that was holding it up. All right. All right, there is my standard bolt catch with the Magpul bad lever on it, and here's the new, all right, there's the follower. Here's the new DFM bolt catch from Franklin Armory. So first thing I need to do is put it in place. I'm gonna get this roll pin started here so it'll hold this in place a little better. There we go. And now I can drive it in place. Yeah. Always fun getting the hole line back up. There it goes. All right. Drive this back into place. All right, there's that. So now I have a bolt catch in place. Let me just put this upper back on and verify that it does indeed hold the bolt open. All right, so let's take a look. It does. I can manually lock the bolt open and it releases just like normal. Let me make sure. There it goes. So bolt catch functions as it would normally, minus one exception, which we will get to here in just one second. So now I have actually, first off, let me put this back in real quick. I'm gonna need a magazine release in here in order to hold the mag in. Let's take a look. All right, there we go. So now I got a mag release back in the gun. And now I have a magazine that locks in place, cannot be removed from the bottom, and now I can reload the gun from the upper part of the receiver. So let's see what we got here. If I put this magazine in, and sadly that is the one thing that I thought might happen. Pretty sure it was going to happen. Now it's something you can get used to, and actually it could be a side effect or a positive side effect. So here's the thing. That's an empty magazine in there on a standard AR. That would lock the bolt open. Magazine would push the bolt catch up, which would catch the bolt. Using this system here, if that magazine were to run empty and I'm shooting the gun, I'm gonna not realize it until I get that click. At that point, you're gonna verify that you're empty, which you are, and now break open your receiver. You can pop that magazine out, drop a new magazine in, close your receiver back down, charge the weapon, and you're back in business. One thing I found using the AR mag lock, it would lock open on empty, and I would go to do a magazine change. And the downside of that was that I was just doing a standard mag change in my head, except when I'd go to break the bolt open, the bolt was still locked back. And if you've used an AR for any length of time, you know that when the bolt is locked back, you cannot break open your upper receiver, because now the bolt is halfway between your receiver and in the buffer tube, so that it will not open up. So I'd end up having to drop the bolt back forward, open it up, drop the magazine, and then go about the reload process. This one, with it not dropping or not holding the bolt open on empty, I would end up breaking it open to do a mag change, bring the magazine out the top, or for that matter, just top it off through the top of the open receiver here. All right, so you saw what was involved with the installation of the Franklin Armory DFM magazine and bolt catch. Pretty simple installation, maybe 2 minutes, especially considering if you don't have to swap out your magazine release. If you're removing a bullet button, time is going to be about the same. The way it works, you're shooting, again, gun's empty. You're shooting, gun runs dry, you're gonna check, you're dry. So at this point, you're gonna open the magazine or open the upper receiver, remove this magazine. If you happen to have multiple DFM mags, put a fresh magazine back in, close the upper receiver, charge the weapon, and you're back in business. I do have, coming from a cop standpoint, I do have one legal concern. My suggestion is if you go this route, always keep the magazine in the gun. If you end up running into an overzealous cop somewhere and he sees your AR and he starts jamming you up, and he tries to take the magazine out, it's going to be plain as day when he can't get the magazine out that you do not have a detachable magazine. I spoke to the folks over at Franklin Armory, and they assure me that their attorneys say that this meets all the requirements for the new California law. That said, until the DOJ releases a ruling on it, it's still kind of up in the air. There are multiple ways of getting around the new California law, the new California assault weapon registration law, for those who currently have a bullet button equipped gun. This is one of those routes. This is a good route, especially if you want to keep a pistol grip on your gun. There's only a couple of ways that I have seen thus far that allow you to keep the pistol grip. This is one of them. This is a solid built product, and the price is not bad at all, considering $40, including, and that's including shipping. So it's another route for you to go, another option. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to ask any questions. I'll do my best to answer them.